What's up, guys? My name's Nathaniel, and 6-7 years ago I was really skinny. We're talking like 6 foot, 125 pounds, stick. I was super athletic because I played a lot of tennis, and I was pretty strong for my weight, but I just really didn't like the way my body looked, and I wanted to make a change. I didn't actively make a change until I went to college and started rowing, and we were forced to go weightlifting along with our rowing. But I really started seeing great progress when I started doing weightlifting and eating more food. So today I want to share with you some tips on how I gained weight when I was starting out and what I'm doing today to continue to gain weight and not plateau. So initially I had the mindset that I couldn't gain weight, but then I came to find out that I just wasn't eating enough food. And that was the hardest part for me, honestly, was just eating enough food consistently. What I did to solve this problem was find foods that are hyperpalatable, easier to eat higher quantities of, and eat those consistently until my appetite increased to accommodate more filling foods into my diet as a normal diet routine. So that's what I'm going to talk about today in this video, and I hope you find these tips helpful. The first thing to do when you're trying to gain weight and you're really slim is to start working out. But following your consistent workout plan, what you want to do is adjust your calories slowly. So you need to start tracking your calories, which means that if you find out you're eating, let's say, 1,800 calories a day, you want to bump your calories up slowly. So don't go from 1,800 calories to eating 3,500 calories if that's your target calories. Adjust slowly. Your body will thank you, and eventually it gets much easier to eat more food. As you train harder and longer and more frequently, your appetite will actually increase because your body's stressed and it wants more food to make up for the damage you're doing to it in the gym. Take advantage of this. Eat foods that you really like and that are high calorie. You'll find it much easier to add in the extra calories throughout your day. The second tip is to use liquid calories. It's like a cheat code. Liquid calories are not very filling, so you can get away with drinking a, let's say, 600 to 700 calorie shake much more easily than you would eating 700 calories of, let's say, chicken and rice or something. So use that to your advantage. Make shakes that you enjoy and really make sure you get your calories in. Hit your target calories. The third tip is calorie-dense foods. Now, you know what these are. You're just probably not eating enough of them. We're talking olive oil, pasta, pizza, cheese. This is kind of a cheat bulk, but at the same time, if you're really struggling with appetite at the beginning, it can be a good way to stimulate your appetite and eat foods that you enjoy until you adapt your appetite to the larger volumes of food. Things like peanut butter or avocados or olive oil are also really good. They're high calorie, they don't take up much room in your stomach, and that's what you want if you have problems with appetite. The fourth tip is making sure that you're doing workouts that are targeting your whole body each workout. So don't do workouts that are just your, biceps and triceps. If you're beginning, you really want to start with compound lifts like squat, bench, deadlift, those types of things that will recruit many more groups of muscles at once than you would from just doing bicep curls. Again, as you progress, you can move out and do more variation in your routine, but if you're just starting, you're really better off doing full body movements. The fifth thing that you want to do is calculate how many calories you need to gain weight and slowly work up your way to eating that many calories. This is kind of going off of the first tip here in terms of increasing things slowly, but you do need to have a reference point on what target calories you're aiming for eventually long term. So if you are eating 2,000 calories now, that's great. Bump it up to 2,200, eat that for a week. Bump it up 2,400, 2,600, 2,800, whatever it is to your target calories. Don't go from eating 1,800 calories to eating 2,700 calories in one day. Your body's really not going to appreciate it, and you're just going to feel stuffed and bloated. My sixth tip is to find one staple meal that you already eat in your diet that is higher calorie, and really make sure that you're eating that consistently throughout the week. So if that's for you, if that's breakfast, let's say it's toast and eggs and cheese or something, great. Make that staple meal part of your diet that you're going to eat every single day instead of just a couple times a week. And by building this baseline of consistent food intake, you will slowly gain weight and see more progress in the gym. Plus, if it's something you already really enjoy eating, more power to you because you'll actually enjoy your meals more. The other thing with this is to focus on eating that staple meal consistently for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. And as you build up the time that you're eating the same meal consistently, as long as you're not getting bored of it, this is a great way to build a habit of eating the same meal, getting the same calories in, and getting your consistent progress in the gym. My 7th tip to you is to sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. This might sound like a lot to some of you, but the more you work out in the gym, the more recovery time you need sleeping, because that's where you're actually going to build more muscle. You're not building it from tearing it apart in the gym. You're building it from recovering properly, eating enough food, getting enough calories in, and sleeping enough so that your body can really restore and you can have good energy throughout the whole day despite working out so much. So refine your sleep. If you're really struggling with sleep, there can be a number of reasons why that could be. Now, this could include looking at screens before you're going to bed, eating too late in the day, just not having a routine in the evening so that you kind of stop, just look at your screen, your phone, and then go right to bed. But doing this, you're not going to be able to fall asleep well. You need to reduce your body temperature to sleep well, and you need to make sure your heart rate comes down. So a good way to do this is to not look at screens for an hour before bed, and then take a nice shower, because when you get out of the shower and you dry off, you cool down, and the body temperature cooling is what's going to help you go to sleep better. Then just make sure you're going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. I know this is hard, especially on weekends if you're going to go do something with your friends or family, but as long as you can try to keep the same bedtime and wake time every single day, your body will naturally fall asleep much more easily, and you will be able to just not think about sleep as much. You're able to just go to bed, fall asleep, and wake up much more refreshed than if you have a schedule that goes all over the place. I know this is hard. Just work on being consistent like everything else here. And honestly, the consistency in every category is what's going to get you results. Because if you think about it this way, when you're consistent in the things that you're doing, it's much more easy to figure out what you need to change to make an improvement, right? If you have consistent sleep and consistent calorie intake, and you stop gaining weight, and you're not getting any, your body's not changing, you're going to need to increase your calories a little bit, or reduce your work a little bit and recover more. By adjusting one of those variables, that's what's going to allow you to make more progress again. You only reach plateaus because you've allowed yourself to reach that plateau, and you haven't made the necessary changes to push through the plateau into new frontiers. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you thought was most helpful in the comments below, and let me know what other types of content you want to see going forward. Stuff like food or workouts or anything like that. Let me know, and I will make more content tailored to that. So that's it for now, guys. Natty B signing out.